Hey y'all, it's Tracy from HallOfFameMoms.com, and I'm going to do another artifact video. Some of the things I'm going to show you are probably geofacts, but um, I'm going to show them to you anyways. These are things that I've found while I've been hunting, looking for artifacts, Native American artifacts in Ohio. Most, if not everything I show you will be from the Coshocton County area. That's not where I live, but this is where I've been looking. So I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit here and show you some things, okay? Alright, so first thing, I found my first hammerstone, obvious hammerstone, at this property. So let me point that out to you. So first of all, when I found it, I noticed that, and it was dirty. Usually the things I'm finding, they're dirty. So, well, a lot of them, they're just dirty, and I've got to clean them up. But I could see that there was an indention on here. I thought it might be a nutting stone, and that it's not obviously a nutting stone. But when I was looking at it and cleaned it off, I found that it did have. I hope it shows up good on here. It does have the telltale signs of having been used as a hammerstone. So that feels like it was put there to hold a thumb. Now, just because something fits in your hand doesn't make it an artifact, okay? But this definitely feels like it was, you would hold it like this. It makes sense to me. And you can tell by the work, see where it's taken some beating. Hope that's coming across good. Sometimes the shadows can help. Okay, so you can tell the difference where it looks like it's been used to hammer out something versus where it's smooth. Of course, those big slashes are probably from the plows. So there's another angle where you can see where the work is happening at. So this was probably my piece I was most excited with finding recently. I also found I can't remember if that was this Saturday, or if it was a past week, but this appears to be a core. You can see where it looks like they purposely knocked off pieces to use for tools. There's the cortex. That appears to be the outside of the flint or chert. Okay, so there's that. I don't remember if I've showed these in another video, but let me show this real quick. I found these two on another trip. They might just be natural, but they strike me as having been worked on for some purpose. Do you see that? Looks like it's got a purposeful rectangular center. So, and I'd like to know what kind of material this is, if anybody has any idea. I don't know if it's limestone or soapstone, or if it's just, I don't know what it is. Let me know in the comments, okay? And then this piece, it reminds me of hematite, but it definitely looks like somebody's worked on it. It is, it's smooth in here, and then it looks like it's been purposely shaped like that to be oval. So recently I have found the closest I've found to any arrowheads out there. Other people have found arrowheads out there, but this is as close as I've gotten. This looks like somebody was trying to make it into an arrowhead, and then, realized that it was not good material and they quit. I found a broken point. The tip of the point. You can kind of see the working there, maybe on the camera. Definitely in real life you can see. This particular area that I'm hunting seems to be a workshop because I find, every time I go out there I find something. This looks like it might have been a scraper. It's got, notice those two ears on it. This looks like it may have been a scraper too. Perhaps hafted here. Okay, found a fossil. I'm not sure what this was. Perhaps they were just using it to take pieces off of. Maybe it was a scraper, I don't know. Now I've been told, I'm a member of the ASO, the Archaeology Society of Ohio. I get their publications, and once in a while, not very often, I go to the shows that they have in Columbus. And the last time I went, which I think was January, I took something to show. I don't think. Let me see if I have it in here. Oh yeah, I took these to show somebody, and I was referred to a guy. I can't remember his name for sure, but I was told that he was friends with Robert Converse, Bob Converse, who passed away, I believe, last summer. He was a big guy, very important man in the ASO, and I was told. So, anyways, I went over to talk to his friend who I was referred to show these to, and he told me that these, as compared to cores, which would be a different era, assigned to a different era, these he called blanks, which I think is basically the same idea, where they would chunk off a piece of material, and then they could, the natives could hack off what they needed. You know, like this would be their material for tools or whatever. They could make it easy to carry, and then they would hack off the pieces as they needed it, which makes sense because you wouldn't want to carry around a 5-pound chunk of chert or flint with you, right? So in this same property where I found the blanks, I've also found, and I did share this I think in the other videos, what I would call cores. I mean, it looks like a core to me. Okay, so I don't know, blank or core. I guess it depends on what era you think the people in the area were at. So since I'm finding these in such close proximity, I don't know. I think the purpose was probably the same, whatever you want to call it. So I found, on one of my other trips, I found these. Oops, I found these similar pieces, and then on my most recent trip, same property, I found some other similar pieces. I'll show you. I am in a group. I am in some groups on Facebook for the artifacts, and somebody told me that at most what I have here is debitage, which is left over from the work. But if you look at this, it almost looks like it could have been, you know, have that same idea of a core or a blank. Now I'm going to show you something else that's pretty interesting after I show you these. So I found all of the ones I'm showing you right now on my last trip to the same property. And I imagine that These are things that the other people who are hunting just walk over and don't care about. So all of those I found at that property. Here's the two that I found on an earlier trip, same property. Now I want to show you something that I found in my yard, which I've been hanging on to. This looks in a very similar shape, but I've been told it's quartzite. I mean, it's very similar to what I'm finding on that farm. This is a different type of material, obviously. So I wonder, and I found other chunks, various sizes of chunks of quartzite on our property in Stark County. So I've been hanging on to it just in case it is something. So something other than just a geofact. It could be, because I have found, if you look at my other videos, I have found some scrapers while digging in our yard. I mean, it's got undeniable workmanship on it. So back to, I'm almost done showing you what I have from my trip hunting in Coshocton. So this, I'd like to know what this might have been. It's like rounded out here, and then it's narrow on the edge. Maybe it's nothing, but if you found anything like it and you think it could be an artifact, do tell me in the comments, okay? And then I found this piece. It might not be anything. I saved it just in case it could have been purposely narrowed off at the end, like an adze or a celt. It's just square and flat. So what do you think? Do you think does it look like it could have been worked to you? All right. So the last thing I have to share is this. It just looks too intentional to be natural, but it might be natural. I'm not sure that I could say that anything on there has been pecked. It bows out right here, but look at that. Okay, so see how it curves in there, and then look how it comes to almost like a purposeful bit right there. So what do you think? Natural or something intentional? Notice the bit end is what I would call it there. Okay. That's all I got to show you for this trip. So thanks for watching, and if you have any experience, you can share your thoughts on some of these pieces. Let me know, because I'm certainly looking to learn more about what I'm finding, and thank you for watching.